G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up. And I believe this is episode 15 and our second episode on Volcanus, the Volcany episode. Welcome back to Stitch Up. In this episode, we're going to be pushing on with our scientific creativity using science to work out what we're doing and what we need to be doing here on Volcanus. This episode, it's going to all be about chasing the creation of the Foundry. And once we get into the Foundry, we'll talk about our long-term goals on Volcanus as well. I was having a bit of testing actually in this map here, but also in my test game, I was off on a bit of a tangent with steam and carrying on, turning steam into water, then water back into steam. Ridiculous, I think I know which path I want to follow to get that all sorted. So guys, jump in, enjoy the Stitch Up intro, and I'll see you where we can talk about this little patch of ore up in the minimap in just a sec. Rightio. We have what do we have? Do we have some? This is just some entities being killed, but successfully by the back on Novice. We're just getting it all happening back there, that is doing pretty well. Those flamethrower turrets are doing well. This calcite patch is going to be the target of our work for a little bit. So what I want to do, I think I'm going to run a conveyor belt all the way down here. So first of all, I just want to make sure I've got plenty of belts. Now I've got lots of these belts here, but I am going to need yellow belts as well. So I've got 100 of those, but what I'll do is I'll just make a few more. And in fact, while we're going out there, oh look, we got a. I had enough to build a rocket. So we do have a rocket to get back, and we've got a little bit of that there, but we want to use it sparingly. So if I just do that, I now should be able to just make a few more of these guys, and that will be wonderful. The other thing I think we can do until we get this going. So I've been going around with my robots and just getting all these, and of course I came here with robots, so it all works out pretty well, and I've got my robots going. The other thing we can really do, and you can just do that, that'll pick up lots of ores, and it is helpful, as I said, just to go around and do the collecting. Once they do the decommissioning into little patches, you go and do that bit of the picking up, and that saves some of the batteries. But I have that. Now, the other thing we could do is we could then we'll just let them get this, so I can just get a few more things created before we head off to go get the calcite. Already we're quite full here, so that's pretty good. Now, I don't have anything to do with the coal just yet, so I might pop the coal into... No, I'll keep the coal on me, I think. I think I'll just keep the coal on me. So what we might do is just put the stone in here, and I'm going to put the copper in there. I'm going to put the iron in here, yep. And then the bots are still filling me up with all that sort of stuff. Look, I brought down some asteroids down here. They can't do anything with those. Can't use crushers down here. So let's go ahead and get. So basically here we need to see if we can get. Yes, I can get some big electric poles. So I just want to create a few of those, and then we'll pick up what we think we need. There we go. So yeah, it's lots of those. In fact, we don't really need any of this because I've got heaps of that, I believe. No, I don't actually, because I used it all to make the steel. So yeah, we'll just let that go. We've got a fair bit going on here. We'll just let all that sort of rock and roll. But now I've got some access to a few more of these large poles. Just create a couple more, and then we'll see, because we'll use those to get up there. So I just want to use the straight above here. So if I go straight up from here, let me just see, and then we should be able to put the drills in. I've got 50 drills. So let's do that. Let's go with here, yep, and then we just want to go straight up. And it's going to be a bit messy, but if I go straight up, it should allow me just to get up to calcite land. Where are we? we're here and calcite is just there. So if I come across, and then I can follow my power poles to get back, which is good. Okay, good. So this is nice. So now I'm in calcite land, and don't forget as well, if I have a look here, I'm still in my area, so it's all pretty good. Do I have one of these? Geez, radar. I think I'm going to create one. Yeah, I'm going to just create one while we're there. Look at this lovely calcite. Brilliant. Okay, cool. So let's get all this going. And we'll get this just going as per normal. Yeah. And that's quite a lot in that sort of patch. And in fact, there might be just a little bit too much to get back, because look, we don't have it just might be a lot of belts to get back. That's all right. Let's go back here and down, and I'm hoping, ooh, yeah, we're gonna have to wind our way around. That's all right. Haven't got cliff explosives just yet, and we'll head back down right now. Maybe we can head straight down on this one. Nope, we can't. There's that. Or we can go over. Yeah, that'd be all right. And I'm just going to use a red belt just there because I've got it. That's fine. And I'm going to have the calcite coming straight back. So calcite is now back in my base, so that's good. I will clear out rocks from my area here because, you know, may as well. And just from here as well, which is good. What else? Just one more there. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so let's think about the sign. So basically that's calcite now coming back, and I meant to place that radar there, but have we got calcite coming back? We should have calcite coming back very shortly. No, because I didn't put any of that. So I'll go place the radar. I didn't put any power poles on the actual patch, and I can't see that because, yeah, look at that. Okay, so what we can do is put this guy here, and then we can just grab these. Now we have to use these steel poles here, but we'll use a similar sort of process to back at Novice and just do it like that. So there's calcite looking pretty good, and we don't have to worry too much about these guys being attacked because we don't have the Novice locals to do that. So that's all pretty good. And if I come into map mode now, I can see this area, and now I can see the boundary. So that's all pretty good. We've got a nice big sulfur deposit here, 6,000%, and we are going to well, talk about that in just a sec as well, because we're going to be, well, we're already pulling sulfur out, but yeah, this episode's going to be really about just what we are going to do with the sulfur. So if I have a look over here and my sulfur comes into this area, I think I just want to stop. I'm actually pulling this down. Let me just get rid of that. Yeah, I was grabbing some carbon, but for now, I just want to leave this for now and just keep because you've got these guys here with the sulfur. And what I was thinking is if I could just grab two more of those, let me put him here and here, and just that'll fill these guys, just give it double the capacity. And then now we want to start looking at steam. So our end goal here, there's two goals. One is to make a foundry, and to get a foundry, we want to automate these foundries, but to get these, we need steel, we need green circuits. Now, to get our first couple of foundries, we're going to build them manually. Then we'll use the foundry to build the foundries, and the foundry to build the parts. Tungsten carbide I'm making here already. So tungsten carbide's already being made here, and we can do that manually to start with as well. Then refined concrete. Now, I think for refined concrete, I'll be able to just do a little setup down here. They'll be fine. And then lubricant. Now lubricant's the difficult one. So if we have a bit of a look over here and go to Factorio and I go to liquids and I have a look at lubricant, then we can see that's made in a chemical plant, and it's made in, we're not going to use the bio because we're not on, I think, Fulgora for that one. But here it's made in a chemical plant with heavy oil. So we actually need to get heavy oil from here as well. Now, if you look at heavy oil, we want to get coal liquefaction. And simple coal liquefaction is using more heavy oil, and it gets you heavy oil, but we want to do this one here, and this will make it there. So it's coal, calcite, and sulfuric acid. Three things we now have absolutely plenty of. So we're going to go for the simple coal liquefaction to get heavy oil, but I also simple coal liquefaction to get the heavy oil. Yes, but I want to set up a different energy system as well first. And nothing's firing up at the moment, but we have got 23 megawatts of solar. But I want to just set up a bit of a different system. So first of all, let's go and set up, we need some steam. And to get the steam, what we'll be doing is, let me just make this like this. Oh, yeah, okay, good. So let's do a little steam generation over here. So if I come into here and I've got chemical plants, before we do the other stuff, let's do this. So let's go with this and this. And two of these will make absolutely heaps of steam, which would be great. So what I want to do here, and you don't forget you got the different menus there. So I want to do this one, calcite and sulfuric acid, and it makes 10 times 500 degrees steam, and that's going to be lovely. So we'll do that. Yep, there we go. Now we're going to need more power poles. We are using lots of power poles here and there. So let me just do this, and yeah, let me just see if I could just, yep. Yeah, there we go. We're making lots of power poles just there. Now, I do want to bring calcite across. So let me just think about this. If I go calcite, I think here's a nice line to bring calcite straight across. And I'm going to use my red belt here for the calcite, because that's all I've really got. So let's get rid of you guys. This is a good line here for the calcite. Yeah. And what have we got there? A few of those. And here we go. And I can make a few more of them. Let's see, we've really got a few issues here. Yeah. We don't even have enough of either of those. So it is scrappy at the moment. I might have to go and collect some more resources. Now I'm going to need the stone resources there just to get it. So not yet. So these guys, not the wooden resources, not the carbon-based resources. I need more stone. So here's my charge here. It's all pretty good. Let's get this going. Yep. And again, this is going to be a scrappy start. It's always a bit of a scrappy start because even though we brought some things, we want to make sure we just sort it out. Yep, there they go. I love the mechanics of them just destroying it and you collecting it because it works so quickly. It's brilliant. On the way back, let's go and get a few more of these guys. Just there. Yep. There we go. Nice. See, the carbon ones, they just pick up immediately, and the stone ones, they decommission, and then it's all little bits. And just over here, and we're done. Good. Okay, good. So I'll just go and put these back into machine. The main thing I want to do there is this one here, so I can create a few more belts. Yes, so if we do that. And I'm just going to say, actually, you know what? I'm just going to cut that off, and I just want those because I just want belts. And then we'll put in this guy. Then we'll put in the stones. Oh, they're taking me a few things, so I'll just get rid of that there. And then over here, I'm just going to pop into this. Oh, see all that carbon? I'm going to put the rest of the carbon in there, and I would like to also just put in this as well, which would be good. And here, I'm actually just going to put in back into that half of that, so that's good. Because we'll need a lot of this tungsten carbide once we get making our smelters, but this is all pretty good. For now, we'll just get lots of this, and I should be able to make a few more belts. Yep. And it's a few more belts, and then we will be able to, let me just say here and there. Yep. So for the moment, we can definitely do these. So it will be here, and we do both of those, and then that's, and now I should be able to just do this guy to there, and he connects and they connect. Great. So now you've got those two, and then you're getting steam. Right now, to get the steam, I think we can put it straight into power here as well. So I've got a cliff there, so I wouldn't mind just saying, can I build steam engines? And I'll need a lot more. Let me just get the tungsten carbide happening. 110 of these guys. And the good thing about Factorio is I'm using that product at the moment. In fact, I might just use red belts. But yeah, I'm using a lot of these red arms. I'm using the red belts at the moment, but then I can just quickly swap it out as well, which is great because later on I can just say, yep, I just want to swap out the red belts for the yellow belts. So we can sort of, it's a means to an end at the moment. But yeah, let's just try and get some symmetry on that. So that'll be steam. And then if I come back over here, let me see how many of these I should be able to get. 94. And I want it 1, 2, and 3. Oh gosh, I'm going to need lots more. Right. Okay, I've got an idea here. Let me just go back to see here. What I wouldn't mind doing is just get rid of you. Hang on. No, sorry, you can. Let me just come into this one. Scrappy here. Take you out because I had stone in there earlier. No ingredients. No glazy. Hang on a sec. No ingredients. Just do it like that for the now. Yep. And I think I'm just going to get rid of the last two. Yep, you guys can go. And I'm going to get rid of the two here because I want the belts back mainly. Right. I think the resources are all quite precious. Two, you'll do them. I think I'll just do, got two. And then steel, I think I need to get rid of these two. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, right. Let's get this tungsten carbide coming along. But now that we've got that happening, I've got 3 of those. So power-wise, I'm just starting to sort of ramp up the power. Let's go with this, and that's just getting rid of those belts quite nicely. Getting rid of the red belts. This is good. We don't need that. Okay, I was thinking, I mean, I could scrap around, or I could go up to Remus, and I could just say, right, Remus, can I get this product and send it down? Because it's, you know, and it will send it down. But then I was sending carbon down as well, actually. Yeah, see, you've got these sort of filters here. But yeah, I was just sort of sending this product down, and I was sending carbon. And the thing is, you do need carbon actually, so let's keep sending carbon down. I just probably don't need to be sending ice. How many have we got? Don't know how many we've got of that. Let's see if we can do that, and then go. No, see, I can't send too much up there. But what we can do is we can just get rid of a few of these. Hang on, if I'm up here, why isn't that doing it? Hang on, if I'm remoting in here, why isn't that just taking these guys away? Remus 1. Why aren't they just going? Because I basically want to get rid of. This is weird. I want to get rid of that and just basically get rid of the ice. Tell you what I could do is this. Yep, there we go. Do we not have any? Are we out of power? Is that what it is? What's the problem here? Remus 1. Right. Maybe I need to just send some products up to Remus 1. Yeah, let's do it. Should I? Yeah, I might need to just do a couple of things here. Let's just send. Do we want to send a rocket up? And it could be grim. Let's do all of that. A few of those, and go deliver to Remus 1. Can't deliver cargo because Lockman does not have enough space. Ah, I see. Right. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Well, in that case, well, we don't want to do that. Let's do. Hang on. We do. Actually, let's take those out again. We don't want to do that. Let's go to Remus 1 and go to the platform and say, right, oh God. Okay, so sending down, what are we sending down? We basically want to send down all this tungsten carbide and these batteries. Okay, so that's just going to be doing that. Yep, and I want to be able to send some of this down as well. Okay, that's just going to send those down now, which is good. Waiting for those to go. Don't know what I was doing there. I was trying to make extra stuff. Yep, that's gone now. Okay, and now we've got this. So yeah, we'll bring all this carbide back down. But I think the other thing I want to do is get me these chemical plants. Yeah, they can come back down. And what else? And this. Yeah, good. Okay, so that's all coming down here, which means that we can now be building stuff. And I want this to be, yeah, this one. So let me do this and say, right, you need a filter, and I want this filter to just pick up this. Yeah, and so I want that to be here, but with that. Yeah, so it just picks up that. Good. It was just picking up that anyway. And now I just want to get rid of this, and now you guys can just filter the same thing, and I just want this. Okay, good. And now we are just a little, I'll put those filters on there as a little sort of kind of like a fail safe, I guess. And now that'll do that, right? So now what we can say is, as long as you've got it, now don't give me, I don't want any, there we go, I don't want any of this anymore. So no more ice here. Once you're done, yeah, I'll just cut that off. So it won't do that. It was no more of these ice cubes. Yeah. And in fact, once they're there, I just want to get rid of them. Yeah, sorry about that. It's the only way of doing that, I think. Good. Okay, good. Oh, here's a few more. Okay. Yep. Right, now we shouldn't have any issues because it shouldn't pick up any more ice. Yep. And it'll just bring the products that we want. Now, what we can do now is we can say, right, here we go. At this one, I need you to basically, you need to say, okay, can you request always 50 of those guys, and always 50 of the just the carbon, and that means that we'll always be getting those brought down. I want to pick up these two lovely products. I'm just going to take the ice for the moment, and what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to pick up a couple of these guys, and I'm going to say, right, let me just say here, here, and here for that one, and so there we go. We do. This guy needs to be just carbon. So I want to just stockpile the carbon for now. And yeah, that's good. So just carbon for you. And you can come out. Just carbon, please. And you're going to be just this stuff. Yeah, Nice. You can just pick it up from there. You're gone. Right, and then this is out. Yep. And that means that, now look at this. We now have, coming from Remus 1, we should have some of this, which would be good. We can do that. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to say, right, you'll stockpile into there, and you guys will do the lovely thing. Okay, good. So at least then, I mean, this will all come out of it. That'd be brilliant if they just fill up these guys and then just stockpile. That's fine. But at least then we can get some of the other product, and Remus won't be filling up. So that's quite good. It also means that I've got a bit of a stream now of this, which is nice. So I can put that back on, and it means these two products can just be making in the background. And that means that I can make extra things like this. So I believe we've now got our everything that we need. So let's start making the steam into the correct bits. There we go. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want this to be, yeah, there we go. And then I want my power to be like, that music is proper. Wow. Good. Okay, good. So this is now creating, that'll now be creating, and that should be a excellent amount of power that should be coming on. I'm hoping that will be really good. Okay, so we just need to ramp that up a little bit. So if we do this, yeah, look at that. Nice little steady supply. And we'll go here. And we'll do that. Good. And we want steam to come into here. Now this is this coming out? Yeah, it's just 1. So we need it to be 2. There we go. Now both should be creating. Is that right? Output is full. Right. And so what I think I need then for the outputs is going to be 1, 2. Whoa, you got the, well, we'll just do it like that then. That's brilliant. 1, 2, 3, and there we are. And then this guy is going to be, you can go like this. Excellent. Right, now steam, if you have a look at that building up, these are creating quite a bit, so that should build a fair bit into this. And then we should be nice. I'm just going to do it like that, and in fact, let's do that, and then we'll do this. It doesn't even need to be that then. Sorry, it can just be. Oh, this doesn't like any of that. Yeah, that's better. Good. And then we should be able to do. Yeah, excellent. So now steam should build up into these guys and create power. And this should be making quite a bit here. So 28 megawatts. We had like 10, and now we've got 28. So we're no longer relying on. Oh, look at this, lovely. I love this. This is really good. No longer relying on this solar too much. Okay, so there's steam with acid, sulfur. Is it? What is it? Is it sulfur neutralization? Let's see what this process is. This is acid neutralization, so that is brilliant. Okay, so that's that one. These guys are still pretty good. What we do need to do now is start looking at the other liquids. So that's right, we're going towards this, and we now need lubricant. So with the lubricant, and we basically want an assembly machine here, and then we want to make the because these guys can only be made in foundries or assembling machines. And so let's do this. Let's put one. Yeah, we'll see where we're going to put it, because it's obviously going to be making things. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. Here's a few more of these guys coming in. That's good. Yeah, nice. Good, we're happy with that. And we shouldn't have to do this for too much longer. It's just until we get these foundries up and running. Okay, so lubricant is the next thing. If I go to here, if I go to Factopedia, and I look at liquids and I go to the lubricant, we know that here it's going to be made in this, and it needs to be made with heavy oil in that. So straight swap from heavy oil to lubricants, yeah. But heavy oil, we want to do the simple coal liquefaction, and the simple coal liquefaction, heavy oil simple coal liquefaction is going to be made in oil refineries. Great. So if I have a look here, where's my oil refineries? I should have these guys. Yep. And that is the bigger ones. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so coal liquefaction. So we want to pipe this down. This is all the electrical. And I want to do simple coal liquefaction now. So let me do this. Just keep that away. Just keep that for the moment. And then let's look at this guy. So I want to do simple coal liquefaction. I need calcite, I need coal, and I need sulfuric acid. So there's calcite. I need the coal. So we do need coal to come along. In fact, I had coal here. Let me just see if I can... yeah, I can just bring that across with the reds. Coal, and we can always swap this. Yep, I need to go and make a few more. Yeah, and I will probably need setup belts as well, which will be good. But yeah, once we get going here, what I want to do is just set this guy up and split this guy off here. So if we do this, and then we do this, hang on, yep, there we go, we go onto one side, yep, and then over here, and that way we should have these two on either side. And now we need this to be one space away, so that's going to be like that. Yep. And then we will need the product just to come in as well. So what I'll do is I'm just going to go straight in like this. Yeah, and I'm going to have this set up with one of these guys just as a bit of a joiner, so I can add extra ones on. And again, we'll be able to make all these shortly. Ooh, here's the alarms. Do I want to check it? I mean, it's not really... That's over at the outpost. I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. It's another one where it is going to be okay. Good. Okay, now we need the power. I'll put the power here. And now we should have this going. I'll use blues. And I'll do that. And I'll do another one just there so we can have a double input there. So simple, this one here is good, and this should be making us now some heavy oil. So what I want to do with the heavy oil there is just grab, have I got any more storage? Yes, I do. Yeah, let me just make it here and just say, right, here we go. And then that way it's coming in. And now what should happen here is it should just keep putting the heavy oil in there. I'm hoping we get quite a bit there. I will just put a second one in. This guy here. Actually, we can do this better. Yeah, we can do this a lot better if we do this. Here we go. That's that. Actually, you know what? I think I just want to make this. This is complicated here. Let's sort this out a bit better. Right. So we need to do these guys. Extra one. Right. Here we are. So we may need to move that up. So first of all, if we're going to have an input, let's do that and that, and let's have this guy do what we normally do. Yep, and then you can come in from the side. I think is much better. Yeah, good, good, good. Hang on, we want to stay away from that infrastructure. I mean, that's a lot of extra pipes there. Let me just go and put in a few of those. Now we need to go and collect some more of this as well. Yeah, 200 of those. And I'll just create quite a few of those. And then I think that'll clear those out as well. Okay, so if we do this and this. Okay, that brings you down. And now these guys need to be 2. So we'll put them in just where the blue is. Just 1 insert is fine for these. We can do that. Oh, no, we can actually do 2. It'll work out quite nicely. Yeah, there we go. So that means that everyone will be doing that. And I did want to have a... Yeah, that's not too bad because it means that I can have that. If I do that, that means that these guys should now be filling up. Yep. Because you've got your liquefaction there, so that's all pretty good. I do want speed modules actually for these, but oh yeah, here we go. We can do those. 5 of those, and now what I should be able to do is just put this in, and that'll go a bit quicker. And it means that this heavy oil will start filling up. Okay, now heavy oil now can be converted into lubricants, and we might as well just roll with this and put that down. So if I go down to Factorio, liquids, I go lubricants. This one's going to be made in a chemical plant. Factorio, lubricant, and it's going to be made from heavy oil in that. Yep. So let's pick up one of these guys. Yep, and we're going to make this just a little bit of room. And I think I'm just going to say for these, we'll do 2. Yep. And what I've found is you don't need to overdo this too much. Like it's just all I'm really doing is this. And then, yeah, we don't need to really do ridiculous amounts of arrays because, yeah, we're just basically doing this. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, you don't need to build huge amounts until you really do. And then eventually you'll work out what you need more of. So that's pretty good. Okay, so that is now lubricant. And all I want to do there is create 2 more of those. And then I want to copy that and just say, right, can you be... there, but what I'll do is just flip that so it kind of looks a little bit similar, but let's do it there, and we don't need that, and I'll put this guy here, wait for them to come out, and then we want to just come across here, so that's good. Now we've got the lubricant going, and we've got the heavy oil production, we've got the lubricant production, and it is starting to get going. And I think as well we've got lots of sulfuric acid flowing through there, so it is going to be quite good. But yeah, there's lubricant being made, and it means that we can now start to look at what else we need. So if that's the case, and we think we want a foundry, what are we missing from a foundry now? So if I have a look here, right, I need basically in an assembly machine, and let's have a look here. So let's say, yeah, in an assembly machine, I want to make a foundry in this one, and so. What do we need here? We need Foundry. Yeah, good. Okay, so we need steel, tungsten. We do need the greens. If I get these guys and I get these guys, then I can actually make the green myself. Yep. So let's just do that and come in from the side. No, actually, Yeah, let's come in from here, and nice little stream here for these guys, which is good, although that wasn't very many. Great. And then we can go right. So we have steel. We have this guy. We have the greens. And now we'll have some of this. Okay, and we want this to be here, and we need a couple more of those. Yeah, so we're just waiting on a few more of these. Put one in there, and put one in there, so that'll be bringing it up. And here, yeah, good. Now we can bring this across, so let's go with, yeah, there we are. And what else? We should be just getting refined concrete. Now, refined concrete is going to need, I believe, steel sticks. So if I have a quick look here, refined concrete. Refined concrete is going to be, oh, now we need water. Right. So we're going to need concrete, which is going to need iron ore, stone bricks, and water. The thing is, I only want to scrappily make this, but what I do need to do is make water. So if I have a quick look here, I think actually to scrap this together, what I'm going to do is, hang on, if I have a quick look here, have I got any more? Yeah, chemical plants. Let me just scrap something here and say, right, these guys to... let me just do 2 at the moment, and I just want to say here, this will be the water. And can I make you from there? I mean, oh, I can get that from steam, actually, and a chemical plant, can't I? Yes. But I've got all this ice, I believe. Yeah, let's just do it from steam then. Yeah. So if I've got enough steam there, have we got steam? Yeah, there's heaps of steam from here. So can I go, right... and yeah, quite a few of those as well. Good. A lot of these components are going to be made in our foundries, actually. If I do this, and there we go, and we're making another one now. Brilliant. So I've now got 2 foundries, so that's perfect. Okay, so foundry area, it can be here, yeah? So what we want to do now is, have we got an offshore pump? No, I'm just going to create 2, and we want to start getting a few things together here. So first of all, I will just pick up these. In fact, if I'm right here, I might as well just get all that since I'm close. And I do need to let them, I can't get over this, so I do need to let them go get it all for me. So we'll just wait here while they do it. Good that I've got a fair bit of charge there, which is nice, but I do need to let them just grab all that. Yeah, I could just do that for now. Yep, come on. See, the robots are slow at picking up. Offshore pump we can put in. Where is it? Offshore pump. There you are. Great. Okay, cool. So you can go into here, and then we are getting these guys straight in. Yep. There we go. Good. Okay, I'll just drop off some raw products. I'm going to keep doing this. Just dropping off those raw products and just getting that going. So you can go stone and copper. And yeah, we'll do all that as well. Okay. Right, and here... I'm just going to use the last 2 of those. Yeah. Okay, so what we'll do now is let's put our first foundry down. Yeah, first foundry. Okay, so I just want to put that there for now, and let's talk about, so you've got the different ones here, and what I want to do, I don't want to make that, I want to use this here, and I want to use molten iron, and I want to make, but I need to add calcite, and it's going to be producing stone and molten iron, which is going to be exactly what we want to start with, so that'll be the first thing. Okay, so it'll do that, but I need calcite as well. Okay, and just here if I can, yeah, just get a few of those. Wow. Okay, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? How many more? Yeah, look, I haven't even got, wow, it really is scrapping around at the moment. And let's put that like that for now. And then if I can just create this, cannot connect. Oh, here we go. There we go. And I just need calcite now, which is going to be okay. And see if I can make a few of those, get the calcite down. What I might just do is pick up a few of those and just drop it into here to see if we can make, yeah, I really am struggling here. Wow, okay. I mean, just to, I can still keep foraging. Remus isn't sending me anything at the moment, which is interesting. This guy's doing all right. This guy here, just pick those up. Got my second foundry there. That and that. Yeah, we are making a few foundries there. It's just all the other products that need to go with it is what is the problem. And here, let's see if we can do this. So if I can make this to this, you need to be a filter for just calcite. Where's calcite? There it is. Filter for just calcite, and that means that can be, and you need a power thing. And we just need to get it down to there. Okay, cool. So I will need to go and scrap around and get a few more of these. But basically what this is going to do now is this is going to work quite well, because it's going to put the molten in. Yep, I'll have to just go and grab a few more stones. There we go. Yeah, scrapping around for a few of these. It is a scrappy little planet to start with. But once you get these foundries, they'll provide some of this stuff that we're scrapping around for at the moment. I'm going for non-carbonous stuff here, just going for stones and trying to get some of that iron at the moment, just to, here's a bit. Yep, you can see there's quite a bit there, so that's not bad. In fact, I'm just going to go up here so we can, there we go, once I drop it back. There we go, that's nice. Yep, we have quite a bit there. Let me just put in the coal into here for now, and then just wait for these guys to, yep, there we go. Okay, so that should be pretty good for now. Just put one stack of coal back here. Good. Where is it? How do we get up? Here we go. Okay, and all those guys can just come back. They'll find their way back. I mean, it'll use up their battery a little bit, which is a bit of a shame. But we can now put this directly into these ones. We don't need steel. We just want this. And there we go. And we will start getting some stone. I'll just put, put these guys in, put half of that out there. It means that shouldn't need to be collected. Okay. And that means I should be able to go here. And can I make some more of these? Yes, I can. Right. Okay, and calcite is quite cheap, and calcite is needed in abundance for lots of things on this planet that need making. Calcite will sort it right out. I think that's it. Have we got everything? Molten lava. Calcite shortage. Why are you calciting? What's the problem there? That is calcite. Let's put that there. Get the calcite in the correct alignments, thinking what is going on here, but it turns out the calcite is just there. Good. Okay, so that's going to start doing that, and now what we can do is put the second one here, and I want to say, right, let's do this one, and it'll be the iron plates, and now we've got the iron plates happening. And I'm going to try a direct feed here. I've not done this before, but I'm just going to try... Yeah, just going to try a direct feed. And that's... And now if we've got this speedy little devil, can we get... Yeah, I'm just going to take this one off and put another one on. Yep, good. Okay, and now let's grab ourselves a box and say, right, and let's do it up this end, so we're sort of doing things across. Yeah. And I do want another blue for this one, so let's just see that be collected. And once we come down to here, so don't like that in the way. There we go. Right, and we'll just let that go. And basically, I don't even care how much that's going to be doing, but it's going to be absolutely collecting it. What I will do is just say, right, it may not sort of keep up, but this thing produces just so many of these. So I'm just going to do it like that and just say, there you go. We shouldn't have any issues now, so it should be really good. Yeah. In fact, well, hang on. So what is it doing there? Is it casting iron? It's shortage. What is the problem? Oh, we got a stone. Yes, of course. Now this is the other thing. The other important thing is we need a stone exit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this, put that there, and say, right, these guys, and we'll do a nice big, well, a nice big one of these. Yep. Let me just do this all the way across, and now that I can actually make my belts. There we go. Just make a few belts there, because now we've got a really good supply of these. So we don't need to bring the product down from the Remus. We can just rock and roll here, and I'm going to do a broadside deposit. So let me show you what I mean by that. There it is there. There's the alignment. I'm going to say, right, let's get 4 of these guys going, and it'll just keep unloading it, or at least 3. Yeah, let's do 3. Yeah. There we go. Okay, good. So now it's going to be making heaps of these, and we'll keep getting them. And now we've started to get proper production, at least of iron plates going there of that. So that's all pretty good. What I'll start to do now, because we got to the scrap here, what we need to do now is think about our production, because our goal is, because we won't need this smelter ring at all. The smelting, it was just there as a dinosaur to get us going, so we will be able to use some of this space, and I don't think I'll keep the smelting here. I might just reduce it and keep it as a different sort of size. In fact, let me do that. Let me just do these guys. Goodbye. So there, yep, so you're a 2, you're a 2. And then this one can be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can go. Yeah, there we go. And we'll get all these products back, which is good. There we are. So it's nice. Good. Okay, I like that. It means that we also don't need to be requesting those anymore. And Remus can just be doing its usual stuff, which is pretty good. And I think I can even replace my red belt here. With the correct direction and the correct type of belts, which is good. So I will need to set up some basic mall stuff. So what I'll do is I'll set up, belt production and things like that, because we need to set up, like a really basic mall, and then we should be pretty good. And yeah, we can start to work towards our longer goals. So this episode was all about the Foundry. And the Foundry is in production, which is excellent. In fact, I think I might have just made another one. Did I? No, but I was gonna see. All I need to do is add in a few of these guys, and I can automate that as well. Yeah, we can make a few of those guys, which will be brilliant. And then I'll be able to automate it. And he will need a few of them. This guy here, just to keep those foundries going, so he will need a few bits of those. Now I'll be able to automate that, because what I can do is I can say, right, here's the molten lava, but we can actually get, there's other ones here. If you have a look at the other recipes, I can actually do. So he's doing molten lava, and I've actually got a recipe here for to make. What's that going to make? Molten iron. Well, we're doing that already. Yeah, different products there. So we're just going straight into the casting iron, which is pretty good. You got calcite and lava, and you get the stone and the molten iron. So molten iron, molten copper, and then molten iron and molten copper as the recipes as well. So yeah, that will make molten iron and stone, and that'll just make molten iron, but directly from the iron ore. So yeah, you've got different things you can make there, which is quite good. So that's quite nice. And you can see here we are having some issues. What is the problem now? What would be this? Output is full. Why? Oh yeah, because I changed the recipe. So we want this, don't we? Yep. So that'd be good. And if I go over here, what I would do now, I think the best thing I could do now is grab these guys. It'll start making another one. Once I've got that one, and in fact, we can say, once you're there, might as well just, yep. Once we've got that foundry, let's go ahead and put it here and have a second one. So if I do that, so always like a power there. Let's copy the same recipe, and we'll do this. We'll do that. And I definitely want to be making lots of these guys, because then I could just come straight across and say, right, there you go. Casting iron, whoop, and now they're both firing up, and so now I'll have that going. So if you have a look here with the power, 28 megawatts, and we're using 10. That's with everything firing up. So they're quite good. They're not too heavy on on that. But now look at that, that's going to absolutely fill that one up, and now we've got good production, so we can start to make belts out of all this and just get all those going. So that'd be really good. Get a little belt factory going over here, start making some things that we really need. So we do need to just have a quick look at the tech tree before we finish the episode. I just want to show you, you can see here some of the things, but now that I've got lots of this and lots of this, I'll be able to make a fair few things, bits and pieces, yeah, I will go ahead and do that. I probably don't even need to do a huge mall or anything, but the idea is that we want to progress with, we need purple science. So if I do look at purple science, that'll be something that we'll look at. Oh, I just made a purple science. I don't know why. Didn't really want to do that. I need rail, electric furnace, and productivity modules. So if I have a look here, rail is here. Yep, so stone, steel, and iron, we've got all that here. Electric furnace, I believe, was it? Yeah, electric furnace, it's here. And it's going to be steel, red circuits, and stone bricks. And then it's going to be... so red circuits, we need, well, we can do copper cable, we can do the greens, but what we do need is we need plastic bars. So plastic bars is going to be our next production thing that we'll have to look at in the next episode. And if I go over here at plastic bars, over here plastic bars, I need to do them in a chemical plant, and I need petroleum gas to do that. Okay, and of course we'll have a quick look at this over here. But in Factopedia, if I have a look at petroleum gas, this one, yep, I can do coal liquefaction from heavy oil and steam, and I'll be able to get petroleum gas plus heavy oil plus light oil as well. So that's all pretty good, and then I can work out what to do with the light oil as well. So that'll be pretty good. Yeah, coal liquefaction is brilliant. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's been a long one. I'm going to try and cut it down a little bit. So hopefully it's a little bit shorter in real life. But hopefully you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to leave a comment, like and subscribe to Stitch Up. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode on Volcanus in our Space Age Let's Play of Factorio. Cheers.